You're fired. That's right, you're fired. Get out of here. No, I don't want you to leave, but many of you know exactly what I just did. I just stole one of Donald Trump's signature lines that made him famous on the media, on his TV show called The Apprentice. Somebody did not get the job done. Someone did not accomplish the goals that he wanted them to, and that apprentice was fired. And they weren't given an easy way out. They were simply, you're fired. There it was. It became part of his signature statement. He tells the story that as he would walk up and down the street in New York City, people would yell to him, "You're fired, Donald, you're fired." It became a part of him. Now, you will also discover that he understands powerfully the importance of keeping a personal signature. If you want to be successful today, part of what you have to do is you have to cultivate your own personal style and signature. As you see, some of you know, I'm wearing what was oftentimes called a Trump tie. Donald Trump was known for his bold, bright, colored, single-colored ties. He even then, because people thought of it as his signature, he started a tie company and began to sell ties with his name on it. Actually, I was doing that about the same time, and people then started to associate me with that. And so when people see me, they oftentimes see me in a bright colored tie, very similar to a Trump tie. It has become a little bit of the signature that I have. You see how that can happen? Also, I'm known for the fact that I keep a rather close haircut. It's become part of my signature style. We are oftentimes known by how we are very, very much in sync with what we want people to see in us. And this could be something shocking and outrageous, and I hope not, but something that sets us aside, sets us apart, and perhaps gives us a little difference. Now, Donald Trump says you're fired. He also says a number of other things that may or may not please you, but they've become part of his signature. How he dresses, how he appears, how he carries himself, how he speaks. He's known for the fact that, as he says, if you hit me, if you criticize me, I'm going to hit you right back, probably twice as hard. He's made it very clear, you attack him, he attacks back. Is that right? I don't know. For Donald Trump, it's not the way I respond, but he's made that a part of his signature. How he dresses, how he appears, somewhat how he treats people. He's oftentimes known, as he said, I like to do big things. And then I like to look at small details. People have remarked that oftentimes they better be careful. They will actually, in the office, they have to check the flowers because Donald is known for checking whether the flowers are fresh enough or whether they're a bit droopy. It's become kind of one of his signature things he does because he doesn't want any droopy flowers in his office. It's become part of his signature. Now I'm going to ask you to start paying attention to that, and also start noticing that many people today, because it's a media world, also are having signature statements, signature styles, signature ways that they perform. It distinguishes them. It defines them. It gives them a way of being different. And of course, the fundamental marketing principle is demonstrate to me that you are different, not only in who you are, what you do, and in the offer you bring to me. So, there you go. What are you going to do to learn from Donald Trump that you need to have a signature about you, your performance, your work, in your business that is distinct enough and so well designed that people remember it. Like him or not, that's what he does, and you need to learn from that. Now something else, and this is a little bit difficult for some of us. I know I have a little trouble with it. But that sounds really tough. You're fired. Wow. You're fired. Now, why do people respond to that? Well, this is not nearly as much about Donald as it is about who we are and what we admire, whether we like it or not. Saying you're fired really sounds ruthless. You're fired. Well, guess what? It is. And here's what Donald Trump knows. That there is a certain attractiveness to being ruthless. Particularly in the culture that he lives and works in. You know, there's no messing around. You're done. Get out of here. That's not right. As one expert, again, has pointed out more in observation than in expertise, is we say we don't like ruthless people. But you know what? Oftentimes we kind of admire them. As one person said to me, Stan, we better be careful because we kind of like blood on the floor as long as it's not ours. And so there you are. For many people, particularly when they sense inaction, when they sense that things are not going well, the person who steps forward, who will be, and even Jim Collins, who talked about good to great, said, you know what, maybe it's not ruthless, but it's rigorous. These people go. They do. They get it done. They may not do it right. They may not do it perfectly beautifully. They may not do it handsomely, but they do things. And there's a certain attractiveness to the person who has strong, strong, strong action. They do the deal. They do it. They get it done. Now, Trump is very strong on that, and it drives some people crazy. He just says, I'll do it. You know, I'll make them do it. They're not going to get away with not doing it. That's a part of his deep regimen, perhaps his deep ruthlessness, that he's going to do whatever it has to be and whatever has to be done. To some people, that's incredibly attractive. And to some people, it's deeply fearful. Yes. And that may help you decide, where are you between that person who just, oh, everything is okay. I don't want to hurt anybody's feeling. I want to make sure everybody loves me. Which is true of many people I know. They're always worrying about, what will other people think? Oh, I don't want to do anything that might offend anybody. I don't want to do anything that might hurt somebody. I just want everybody to like me and love me, and then everything will be okay. As compared to the Donald Trump style, which is profoundly the opposite. Though I'm told that part of his signature style is that when he likes you and when he is good to you, he is very good to you and very charming and very effusive to those who he is in good relationships with. Again, there we go. Number 3, you have to have a signature style. Number 4, we learn from Donald Trump, where are you on the regimented and ruthless scale, and what are you going to do to deal with people like that, and what are you going to do in becoming the person you want to be as a leader? Where will you be on the R business? Think about that. Again, something you can learn from the Donald Trump deal.